What is up, everybody? This is Zach
And Derek.
with the Nerd Cave. Hope that you are doing fantastic this morning. Today is an auspicious and slightly suspicious day.
I like that.
Star Wars Squadrons has put out a little tease. We're after the live event has already happened.
Yeah.
But you know. But
we cover it all the same. It is what it is.
We do it live regardless.
Exactly.
But I was very shocked to see that they were even doing this.
Yeah.
But we just found out that they're going to be showing gameplay on Thursday at the EA
during their
event.
actual live stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Which both of us were like, why are they doing this?
Doing it separately, you know.
I guess it's like to get people's attention to please watch the EA play event.
Yeah. It's like, please, we are more than just sports. we know we have Battlefield, Dragon Age coming years down the road, but please, we have something to show you.
we have something for you nerds, not just foosball, not the sports ball.
Right. Not just the same 3 sports games we churn out every year.
Yeah, and we just suck microtransactions out of you. So the game is called Star Wars Squadrons. I'm not gonna bury the lead. We're gonna jump into it. We're gonna watch what was shown at the Summer Games event with Jeff Keighley. Thankfully, we're watching this afterwards, so we don't have to listen to all of it.
Right.
So we can get
into pick and choose.
Thank you, Fabiano, for liking the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. All right, here we go.
Thanks,
guys.
Derek.
Looks like a nebula.
Yeah.
Asteroid field. Oh, it looks beautiful.
Huh. Can't shake them. Giving engines full power.
In an
motive is
field?
Yeah.
Think you can escape?
This is gonna be close.
And Motive is the one that's helped collab on Battlefront 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, I want to say so. That was interesting.
Pilot.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh, wow.
Pilots. You are the
So, do we get to play as the Empire? Or maybe both?
Defeat.
I think we get to both.
Yeah.
Remember why we fly. For hope. For the new republic.
If it looks that good,
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Will be
it's
ours.
for the new republic.
Ooh.
So that's Wedge Antilles right there.
Huh.
Seize that moment.
When the perfect shot.
Wow. I assume most of this is CG, but even if it looks half like this, it'll still be fantastic.
Trandoshan? That's dope.
Huh.
The galaxy's finest.
I wonder if picking as the different pilots will have different attributes.
Probably. It's like you would get to pilot different ships. Oh,
Right.
That's sweet. Sweet baby Jesus.
You can't have a squadron fight without, Star Destroyer.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're fixing to get some information.
So it's coming out on October 2nd this year from EA and Motive. And the idea is you're going to become an elite pilot in the Star Wars galaxy and master the art of starfighter combat from the cockpit. It is going to support virtual reality, which is really cool. It's coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC via Origin, Steam, and the Epic Games Store with crossplay support.
Glad they got crossplay. Brandon, welcome to the stream.
You can get it on Steam and on Epic Store. Does not look like they're talking about anything for next gen right now. So no Series X or PS5.
Yeah, crossplay is you're gonna see. I think it's gonna become more of a staple over the next year.
First-person space dogfighting experience set in the beloved Star Wars galaxy. It's going to feature 5v5 multiplayer dogfights. So multiplayer will be a big part of it. fleet battles, and an original story set during the final days of the Galactic Empire and the rise of the New Republic after the events of Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Okay. I like it.
Here, tune into EA Play Live on June 18th at 4 o'clock for the gameplay reveal. So there you go. There's the confirmation. Thursday, we're going to get to see the first gameplay demo as part of EA Play.
Okay.
Let's see. Players will enlist as a starfighter pilot, stepping into the cockpit of iconic starfighters, which is really cool. So we obviously saw some of the ships there that we'll get to check out. 5v5 multiplayer space battles with the goal of demolishing the opposing flagship in fleet battles. And it does also look like there will be a single-player campaign. Like there was some open discussion.
That's all I really care about. It's like
Yeah.
actual campaign stuff.
There is a single-player campaign. But multiplayer is a big focus here as
Well,
but
you continue to watch it, but it kicked me out of the cast viewing again.
Okay.
As something pretty cool, which everyone is excited about. Let's see, never before seen locations.
Okay. So we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
So just to catch up from the chat, it would be cool to see if this ends up filling the gap a bit between 6 and 7. I would love that. Like, we just heard that it is VR supported, that there is virtual reality. Steve, thank you for liking the stream. So it is going to be virtual reality. I'm sure that means PSVR, the Oculus, all the different VR headsets and everything, because it is coming to different platforms.
Quick, is HTC Vive even still a thing? Because I mean, after the first 2 years of it being out, I haven't heard jack about it.
I haven't heard anything about the Vive. Like, it was a hardcore headset, but I haven't heard anything about that platform in a long, long time.
Same.
But it's right after episode 6. That's where the story is falling. The gameplay, we haven't seen anything of it.
We'll see that Thursday.
I'm curious to see, of course, they're going to have, the different fighters. Like, we even saw a different Imperial fighter in the background. It had, the normal TIE fighter in the middle. It had the bomber on the left, and then the interceptor on the right, and then I had a big one. I've seen it before, but I'm not sure what it's called off the top of my head. And then we I loved that when we were seeing them talking to the pilots, they're not just fresh faced and beautiful people. Like, one lady had scars all over her face.
The detail that they're putting in character models for this is really good.
So I'm sure there's going to be each side is going to have their squadron that you go through things with and everything. I'm curious to see if you bounce back between the New Republic, since it's right after episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So they would be calling themselves the New Republic then.
Yeah.
And then bouncing to the remnant of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the Empire's still got a lot of oomph, a lot of juice in the tank.
Right.
And you're not dealing necessarily with the scraps at this point, because this is right after it.
It'd be cool to see, just thinking about, you said you get to play as both sides and jump back and forth. It brought to mind, I don't know if you ever played the I know it's different studio, different publisher, but Ubisoft's For Honor game. I did. I played the story mode, and you get to play as, you start off as a samurai, then after that you unlock the Viking, and then you start off as a knight, then unlock the Viking, and then the samurai. But it's but you see at certain points across the map, they intermerge significant events. So maybe they'll do something similar with this game. You get to play as the new Republic at certain points, and then the Empire will come in and merge and cross over for big significant events.
Yeah. Well, even in the trailer, you saw it cutting back and forth, which I'm sure missions you're not going to be cutting back and forth.
Right.
But it's you saw her going her own way in the battle, and then him landing in the ship on fire.
Right.
So I'm sure they've got a really interesting way of it being, told and everything. Multiplayer is 5v5.
Oh, good.
So that's 10 people. It's squadrons of 5.
Yep.
I'm curious to see if it's going to be more Rogue Squadron-esque in that sense, or if it's going to be Battlefront 2, which Battlefront 2 space combat I didn't really care for that much.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, you were like nonchalant about it.
Yeah, I loved ones. Like one felt really, really good. You felt powerful in it. That's why I really liked it. But I'm just curious to see more of it. Thursday we will get to see the actual gameplay. So I'll stay tuned.
Hopefully it looks somewhat as good as the trailer, and it doesn't look like
so.
but
hopefully it looks as good or better than the trailer, which of course is like computer generated. Like it did say it was in-game footage, like the engine footage and everything. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
It'll probably still look better than Ghostwire Tokyo.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Release date is October 2nd. So
soon.
Yeah, it's soon, and I think, getting something out that is Star Wars in the year, since Battlefront 2 is kind of it's wrapped up on
and off the heels of Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm. So Jason Schreier did tweet out that it will not be something that is as big as Fallen Order or Battlefront 2. That it will be a smaller game. But it will be still, a lot there, but don't expect something as large as those two, which both of those games had a lot in it. Fallen Order had several, 20 plus hours at least in that game. And that's without even trying to look at everything. I played like 40 hours just streaming it.
Right. That's true.
So, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the multiplayer side. Hopefully the story will be way better than Battlefront 2's try at a story.
Yeah.
Which, I'm curious to see if there's going to be tie-in content, if there's going to be like a book, is this, what squadron is this? Like who are the main characters? I hope that they don't just rely on tie-in content like they did with Battlefront 2, which I really enjoyed the Inferno Squadron book, but I read it like 2 years after I played the campaign.
Right. Well, now let me ask you this: how much tie-in content did Fallen Order rely on, or not? I mean, I know it's after Order 66, but I mean, how much after that, or was it just completely original?
No, it was completely like I don't. They might have done some stuff, but it was so well explained in the game because that was like the focus was the story. Of this Jedi that's getting trained and everything. So this on the other hand has that multiplayer aspect, which EA has a lot of times where it's fallen, where it's like, oh, the story's not important enough. Like we've seen Battlefield 1 didn't have a story, Battlefield 2 had a poor story on it, and like the book was really, really good. And I'm like, man, I wished I would have read this beforehand. I would have enjoyed the story more, but it shouldn't take a book to explain your characters.
No, because I mean, it just seems like they just piecemealed. They took the bare bones and then it's like, oh, make you read the rest of it just to, understand it.
Yeah, and it was like, not to go on a tangent, like I understood her way more and her motives and everything that's went on. And why would she even leave the Empire? Why would she do that? There was a lot of stuff that was put into those books. But guys, we hope that you enjoyed our impression, our reactions, whatever you want to call them, to Star Wars Squadron's first little looky-loo. We'll be talking about the gameplay and EA Play later on in this week. So thank y'all so much. Derek, thank you for coming on, buddy.
Thank you for having me as always.
And we will see you all later. Y'all have a blessed rest of your week. Love y'all. Bye.